Hello, my name is Brooke and I will be discussing dyslexia. I want you to imagine something. You're about 10 years old, you're in class, and your teacher asks you to stand up and go over your spelling words. You stand up, but all the words seem jumbled and you can't get through the list. This is what my brother has to deal with all the time. He is one of many students who deals with a learning disability. 1 in 5 students have a language-based learning disability, according to learninginsideout.com. 15 to 20% of a school's population has a learning disability in which dyslexia is the most common. My youngest brother has dyslexia, and he struggles with it daily. Unfortunately, his struggle with dyslexia has seriously affected his grades, and he is currently repeating the 4th grade. That has devastated him. Dyslexia is a very serious disability that can shape your entire life. I will be discussing what dyslexia is, how it can be identified, and how it influences your performance in school. Most people do not really understand what dyslexia is. According to the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia, dyslexia is a developmental disability in reading, spelling, and generally becomes evident in early schooling. Dyslexia affects children's ability to read and write. My brother once told me that he sees the letters different than me. I never understood what he meant until I looked it up. According to the Columbia Electronic Encyclopedia, the words and letters may seem reversed to a dyslexic. This is what you might see. And this is what a dyslexic might see. As you can tell, this is difficult to read. Identifying dyslexia during a child's early life is important to their development. Could you imagine seeing everything like that sign? Some common signs of dyslexia, according to dyslexiateacher.com, are confusion over left and right, writing letters or numbers backwards, difficulties with math, difficulties with organizing, and a difficulty following 2 or 3-step instructions. Dyslexia has many symptoms can have adverse effects on a student. Dyslexia is truly a disability. According to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, 38% of 4th graders have a below basic reading level. That is almost 40% of our students. That would mean 2 out of every 5 students are not meeting the reading standards. According to learninginsideout.com, 70% of people with poor reading skills are likely to have dyslexia. My best friend is currently studying education here at Southeastern Louisiana University. A couple of weeks ago, she attended a seminar on dyslexia. Afterwards, I interviewed her about what she had learned. She told me that it is not just a learning disability, but it affects students socially. When a student gets put on the spot, they can get frustrated and even bullied. This can cause a student to shut down and not want to try anymore. According to dyslexiateacher.com, almost every person who has dyslexia has been bullied. Bullying is serious and can affect how the student views school. Having a learning disability, especially dyslexia, can lead to struggling to succeed in school. A person with dyslexia has to try so much harder just to meet the average standards. It's hard to be successful, no matter what the age. Imagine not only having to study the regular amount and do your homework, but you have to go to tutoring and you have special classes on top of that. My youngest brother has to have special accommodations on top of all those things, and even with that, he still struggles immensely. Even though students with dyslexia struggle, they have the aptitude to be incredibly intelligent. According to dyslexia.com, dyslexic people are highly creative, intuitive, and excel at 3-dimensional problem solving, as well as hands-on learning. One of the most famous people to have had dyslexia is Albert Einstein. Einstein, as we all know, is a genius. If he could be so smart with dyslexia, so can others. Although we have a shining example such as Albert Einstein, dyslexia is a serious disability. Dyslexia affects the ability to read and write along with many other symptoms, including difficulties with math and organization. Identifying dyslexia is important because those with dyslexia need extra help, which entails having tutoring and special accommodations in class. This disability can affect the student socially as well as academically. Children with dyslexia have to deal with bullying, which can change their entire viewpoint on school. Achieving success in school with dyslexia is difficult, but not impossible. Those with dyslexia just have a different way of learning. I hope that now you understand the duress that a student with dyslexia endures, and that you may sympathize. Thank you.